Capt.Doug Stanford with Texas Fish Tips this week. Fishing. Out here at Fina Docks, we're still catching some nice fish. Right here at this little point right here, outgoing tide, we're catching pretty good reds. There's a lot of sheepshead here, some good ones, some small ones. There's some big trout in there. There's some small trout, just about everything. There's some redfish, slot reds, big reds, and one or two flounder. There's just about everything's coming in right in here. Incoming tide, you want to get right in front of this on the Fina Docks. Right in front of those docks, there's that metal facing, and you just anchor up in front of it and let your bait drift right down in front of it. And there's all kinds of sheepshead and lots of fish to be caught. Then if you move around here at Martin Midstream, run right on down here past these big ships, but there's some rocks right here and some poles. You can tie to the poles. Nobody gets after you. If they do, just untie. But you can use your trolling motor, and that way you don't get banged around by the boats going in and out of there. But there's a lot of good fish. There's sheepshead, there's redfish. There's a lot of flounder up on the bank there, a lot of small ones, but they got to be at least 15 inches. There's some good ones in there. But there's all kinds of fish in there, and shrimp is what we're catching them on. Now, if you get on out here to the jetties, there's fish all out down through here, anywhere down through these rocks. Into those south jetties, there's fish out there. There's fish in this pocket right here where this beach is, meets to the rocks. There's some nice flounder. There's some sheepshead. You don't have all the big current, but you got the big waves coming in. But it's a good area. You don't have to walk all the way out on the end of those jetties. Everybody wants to go to the end of the jetties, but it's dangerous. If you do, please wear some good walking shoes, not just flip-flops. You'll break an ankle. Same way on the north jetty. Anywhere's down these rocks, anywheres, there is fish. There'll be redfish. There'll be trout. Just about everything you can think of, it all like shrimp. Same way, get on the other side of it, and you can pick and choose your day. Get on the other side, the leeward side of those rocks where the wind ain't blowing so bad. Same way, get on this side, and it works a lot better for you. All right, way over in Ellen's Bight, we've been catching some nice redfish all the way down this bank. There's been really good reds. There's a lot of short reds, but there's some good ones mixed in. There is a few duck hunters still out there, so if you get out there early and you hear banging, don't stay around them. If you see a duck blind, if it's got duck decoys running it, don't fish it. It's not hard to figure out. But anyhow, there's a lot of good redfish down through. We've been hammering them right down through the redfish and crab fish bites. Not only that, you go down here behind Blind Pass, behind Mud Island, these little cuts right here. You can run your boat in there, a pretty deep V boat can get in there. And you can run up on the bank and fish those. You can wade fish them, whatever you want. There's two of them. And they got little cuts in here, and those fish are stacked in there. Now, if you get on down here Quarantine Shoreline, outgoing tide, this has been holding some pretty good fish for some wade fishers. There's been some redfish and trout on down through here, and they're catching on artificials. All right, over in California Hole, I'm getting some reports of people drifting through there with popping cork and shrimp and catching some nice trout. There's a lot of smaller ones, but they are catching some keepers. And if you keep on fishing all the way down through here on the shallower parts, you're finding the redfish. Just go chunking down through here, and there's also catching them on lures. Same way down here by the old Terminal Causeway. That's what they're doing. They're just drifting through there, finding those fish. If you get on down here, down the ICW, if you don't have a shallow water boat, it's a good place to hide out, and there's some good fish along these edges. But Redfish Bay right in this area has been holding some nice fish. Redfish, same way, catch them on a popping cork. There's a lot of small ones, but you are catching big ones along the way. These deeper channels is holding some nice black drum right in here, and they like shrimp and crab-flavored fish bites. Okay, over here in Ingleside, in this area right here between these two islands, Berry Island, there's been some good redfish caught in here. Shrimp has been working the best for me. Live shrimp, just worm him on the hook, chunk him in one of those potholes. That's a good place to go. There's also black drum and shrimp and trout mixed in there with them as well. Anywhere down this bank has been working. In these bald spots like right here on this point, there's some good places to go catch your redfish. Anywhere's down through here. Also, this point right about here has been holding some nice redfish as well. There's been a shrimp boat that was caught on fire and there was an oil spill, but I have not seen any oil anywheres. There's very minimum. They've got it all cleaned up.
Thanks for watching. I'm Capt.Doug Stanford.